Coming at you from Tokyo, Japan, my name is Dave, and this is my Toyota Altezza. This is probably the best view I can give of this. I need to take this off, remove this nut, remove the washer, put them down, remove the one from the other side, which is behind the exhaust now, which sucks. Then I have to push this bolt back, load this one in onto this. Hopefully it'll fit onto that bolt. Yes, it does. Now I can push this bolt back through. Wait, I said I can. Now there's potential for me to be able to, but whether I actually can or not is up for debate, it seems. All right, there we go. Now we can put the nut back on, in theory. You can if you've got the correct size socket, at least. Oh, that didn't even go in. Still hasn't gone in. There we go. Why they didn't use a flanged nut here, I don't know. But they really should have. It would make life easier. Because the problem you have is if you try and do it up and it hasn't already bitten, it'll just fall back into the socket and you'll be doing nothing. Where'd my washer go? Oh, it's stuck to my sleeve. This would have been easier to do without the exhaust in. It's getting stuck to my finger, see that? It means I can't spin it. If it was a flanged nut, I just load it into the socket and then rotate it, but I have to get the thread started before I can use the socket. You know, I'm actually gonna go off and find a flange one because this is shit. That was a fail because I don't have a flange nut that big, but I did find this smaller socket, so I'll use that. Yeah, there we go, that's running in. So you scratch the crap out of your exhaust trying to do this, but I mean, at least it's actually doable. So this one here is 110 Newton meters, but before we can do that, we have to jack this up to get the suspension up where it would normally sit. Otherwise, it's going to stress the bushes. So I need a block of wood to protect my paint. How far do you jack it up? Just enough so it takes the weight off the jack stand. All right, we're now floating above the jack stand on this side. If the jack was to fail and the car was to fall, it would land back on the jack stand, so it is safe to get underneath. I want like a cheat sheet of torque settings. I just tightened this up from this side using the bolt, and I really want to see if the nut is actually at 110. So I'm going to try and swing the exhaust out of the way, drop it onto me. I am the jack stand. I don't know if this side's rotating while I'm trying to do this, but this isn't clicking, which makes me wonder if it did actually get to one. Oh, there it is. So now I know for a fact I'm at 110. That was worth doing. I don't think it was there. I don't know if I've done that. It's not marked. I know I haven't done that one. How convenient. Also 110. Does this have any kind of locking shit on it? It does. See, it's got the locking shit on the nut. That means we need to turn the bolt. 110. Those bottom two are done. Let's mark them. Witness. Are there any other 110s under here? No. We can probably take care of that one, which was 30. Oh, it is 30. What's this end one? Oh, that's 110 as well. Okay, so we need to do that one then. The one you can't see. The Kung Fu Sing. What I'm doing here is using a paint pen over the camber adjustment lines and then wiping it off. The theory there is the paint will stay inside the lines but wipe off the top and make it easy for me to see where they are. I want to keep that where it is, so I think I'll use the spanner on this side and try and lock it in position. 110. We still in line? Rough enough. It's going to need an alignment anyway. This is the fancy one. I have to go in through the trunk to do this one. Can we have nice things, or are you just not going to be able to see it at all? Yeah, you can't see shit. I should probably just call it a day. We'll do one side in the dark. Turn on our phone light. That's better than nothing. The straight one is 88, which is that one there. The back one is 74. and you have to do the nut, which means that I've got that round the wrong way, because I've got the nut back here. Why did I do that on purpose? I think I did that for ease of use, and I was just going to do up the nut from this side to make it easier. Yeah, that actually makes sense, and that makes me think that I was an idiot to drill the holes in the back of my car because they weren't necessary.
Yes, they were necessary because you wouldn't have been able to get the bolt in there.
Yeah, I've got it all round the wrong way. Okay, I need to undo all of this. Because I had to spin that bolt around, I was really thinking the hole that I drilled in the trunk was a waste of time and I didn't need to do it, shouldn't have done it. However, when you actually try and get up to that bolt, I can't get on. Can't get on it with this spanner. Geez, I wish this thing worked in low light. Like, it's still bright enough out here, but as soon as you get under the car, you can't see the thing. Try a straight one. A straight one you can get on, and it's just there. You're not going to be able to see it, and I'm probably not going to be able to fix it in post. The hole wasn't really necessary. I'm a bit disappointed. I went to all that trouble and I really didn't need to. To be fair, this is fiddly as shit. Okay, so I got that up there. Torque wrench is on. Oh, this is just horrible. Do it up with a regular ratchet and then come in later with the torque wrench, because this is just shit. Regular ratchet. The jack is in the way. You know, it'd be easier doing it through that hole. You're not doing this with a hot exhaust, that's for sure. Guarantee you that. But it would be much easier through that hole. I'm just getting mad now. Just getting angry. It might be time to go inside. I just want to get this one side finished. I'll come back and do the other side tomorrow, you know? It's getting too dark. GoPro can't see anything. I mean, this is totally doable, but it sucks. I can just hear people in the comments, it's not that bad. You're just useless. I mean, maybe. I moved the phone light. Now I can't see anything. I mean, just because it's doable this way doesn't mean this is the way you should do it. I'm beginning to think that the hole in the trunk was still a good idea. Yeah, because that doesn't fit in there. The wrench doesn't really fit. It's kind of like a cutout in there. But I'm going to do it. We're going to persevere. Keep complaining, but persevere, get that in there. Well, it's a new day, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's snowing. Glorious. So I'm just going to work until I hate it and then stop. Recapping, this side is completely all put back together and all torqued up. It's time to do this side, and then after I've finished this, I need to put the under bracing back on. So first 3, 1, 2, 3 to 110. We need to go out as far as possible. So we're going 17? Nope. It's a 19. Did I bring one? Am I standing up yet again? Yes, I am. Unbelievable. On the service manual, and I guess I'll probably edit this in post, but you can see that the bolt comes through from the inside of this arm, and then the nut's on the outside, and you're supposed to torque the nut. Well, see, the problem is that the torque wrench physically can't get up there. So it's impossible to torque that nut. You just can't do it. So what do? Flip the bolt around or just tighten it up by the bolt? I mean, I'd be inclined to flip the bolt around myself. Why don't you just use an extension? In the dark there, thanks GoPro. Wait, what about a light? I'll use my phone. Why don't I just use my phone for everything, because the GoPro's so useless. The nut's there, and then it's just covered the whole way back. So you can't get in there even with an extension or anything else. There's no way to torque that up properly. You would have to go off the bolt. But if you were going to go off the bolt, why did they put the torque setting on the nut side? Probably because they expect you to drop the subframe to be able to do this. Well, no. It doesn't sit well with me the way I did the other side. It really doesn't. I might redo it because I don't like it. I think both those bolts should be flipped so that you can get access to the nuts. We can't have nice things. We're doing roadworks up there. We've only dug it up 5 times already. May as well dig it up again. Imagine completing everything in one sitting. The whole reason I made these holes is so that I could access the nut and do it up the way the service manual describes. When I installed the bolt on that side, I actually did it round the wrong way. fed the bolt in from this side. It should have been the other way, which is what Toyota says, and then I should have done it up from this side, but I didn't. I did it up from the bolt side anyway. This side I did do up with the torque wrench because there's nothing here. You can get access. The other side you can't. To do this properly, I'm gonna have to flip the rear bolt to the way it should be, and then probably flip the front bolt because you can't get a torque wrench to the nut. All right, so it's just a straight nut. So this is the side we need to do up. There's no locking teeth or anything on the bolt, so I guess you could just do it from the other side, but I just can't ignore what the service manual says. Here's the bolt, and you can't actually get the bolt in there because of the fuel shit. So it's just gonna have to be done up by the bolt. Toyota, I think you're dumb for this. Flip the rear one back to the way Toyota intended it and then do it up through my service hole. I mean, I'd love to film it for you, but you just can't. There's just, how? GoPro's gonna fall off here. Oh, look, see, we're just trying to get a light in there, knock the GoPro over because, just fall down. Because I have to have this ridiculous shit hanging off the side of the GoPro so that I can use an actual microphone. Rant, 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 rant. Dave does a rant. Dave Durant. DJ Dave Durant. Phone falls on the f***ing ground and shatters because GoPro's light sensor is a piece of shit. Hey, you can see the bolt. There it is there. I'm trying to get something to it to undo it, but I can't. I have to go under the car. Hey Dave, are you having fun? Not really, no. I need something to poke through the hole to push the bolt out the other side. Last time I used an Allen-headed socket. That's in. I can't see anything. It's just all by feel. If I can get something on this side to stop it from rotating, then I'll be golden. Because this is glorious. Oh, because it's rotating away. 74. So top two are done. All the bottom ones are done. Got the tension rod and the tow rod to go. To do these, I've just got two spanners. They're both 24. Both this and this are 24, so I wish I could film it, but I just can't. What about sitting on top of the... I'll go get a tripod. Don't finish it, just go get stuff so you can film it. That's the first tripod I found, and it's gonna be way too big. I'm losing my voice. Drive your car, Dave. Dave's getting frustrated. Getting annoyed. All these tools out here, I haven't used half of them. I've just brought all of the wrong shit. Covered the ground in the wrong tools. Can you see back there? Not really. Not sure how I did it on the other side. Probably from here, where the camera is. Should have just brought the whole toolbox. Go to all the trouble to bring out a tripod and you still can't see because this is in the way. Can I just do it and just trust me that I did it? Because who the f*** else did it? It's not like I've got someone who knows what they're doing who comes in off camera and gets stuff done for me. That would be nice, but that's just not what happens. And now, for some reason, these spanners aren't fitting on anymore. The mark of a witness. Get out of the way, ABS. You catch all that? These are 75 Newton meters. Just that one back there. On the tow rod. Got to do up the nut to 49. Time to put these bad boys back in, and I think they're done up to 50. Plot twist, doesn't fit anymore because of the fact that I welded it. It is certainly a tight fit. There's no two ways about that. 50. It'd be cool to go around with a stamp and stamp the metal with the torque setting that it's supposed to be. It'd save so much time. I should never have to drop the subframe ever again. And it was at this point I realized I installed these things round the wrong way. So I actually have to remove that mount from both sides and switch them. I thought they'd be symmetrical, but actually, no, they're not. And I don't recall them being labeled left and right. They might be. Could be worse. Let's back out of here again. Bump into everything. Make sure I scratch all the paint off I did. Yep. Step one's gonna get. Step one's gonna get. Step one is to get the jack under the diff and put some upward force on it. I really wouldn't want to be any fatter than I am, but it does have its advantages. I can just hold that up and do up the bolts. I sustained some damage. We had 4 people in the car and full luggage in the trunk. It's got a boot, you dickhead. Landed on a rock and it actually bent the TOMS brace.
I think this partially happened because the TOMS brace is sitting up on 8mm spacers, but I needed those because the engine mounts were rooted, causing the exhaust to hang lower and hit on the brace. Now that I've fixed the engine mount problem, this should go on without the spacers.
Those holes are kind of now angled. There's a bit of a dent there, but I feel like we'll be able to pull that flat again. I don't think that's going to be a huge problem. This side's actually worse, but that should pull straight once I get a bolt into it onto something flat. I think the brace will hit on the fuel tank if I tried to bolt it in like that. I just straightened this one. Here you can see the damage pretty well. It's bent up pretty bad. I'll straighten it in the bench vise. You can see here where the chassis rail's kind of bent. Those bolts don't stick out perfectly straight, but hopefully we'll be able to pull it straight. So while the GoPro was dead, I figured I would fit this underbrace. Well, on this side, when I was doing it up, it actually pulled everything straight, but then the bolt snapped off in there. And that's why I'm wearing a face shield, because I have to drill a hole and use an easy out. Hopefully this works. I don't know if it will. You can't have nice things. I took the microphone off, I turned everything off because I thought that was gonna suck. But that came straight out without any fighting at all. That was perfect. I couldn't ask for it to work better than that. That was a dream, an absolute dream. So we're back on track. So what we've got now is that's nice and flat, and yeah, I just need to find some nice bolts and then bolt it back up. One tidbit of information, it's my recommendation that if you get one of those braces, that you undo this center bolt. It's 127 newton meters, so you're gonna need a breaker bar. Undo those 2 as well on both sides. Then fit the underbrace. Do those 2 up, pull the underbrace off, do that up, then put the underbrace back on again, and everything should line up. I think I'm on my 4th attempt to fit it because I didn't want to mess with that bolt, but here we are. Braces are all in. Ready to put some wheels on it and then put it back on the ground.